What are you looking at? The surface of some strange planet? The breastplate of some kind of mutant science fiction dinosaur? No, you're looking at the skin of one of the most bizarre of Australia's many magnificent lizards, the thorny devil. We nominate the thorny devil as the lizard most in need of a spa treatment. We mean the whole program: sea salt scrub, mud bath, kelp wrap, hydrotherapy, and the world's longest, deepest facial. I mean, there's rough, scaly skin, and there's rough, scaly skin. As fearsome as this creature looks, just remember that the thorny devil is only 4 to 6 inches long. One of its most fascinating features is how it consumes water. It maneuvers through dewy landscapes and arranges for water to fall on itself. This water runs down micro grooves on its back. By working its jaws like this, the thorny devil is actually working those grooves so the water runs into its mouth. Another thorny devil feature is its false head. When threatened, the thorny devil will hide its real head, leaving this scaly knob exposed. That defense, plus the thorns that give it its name, keeps this guy safe to stalk and consume his one and only foodstuff. Ants, up to 3,000 ants in a single meal. Washed down with a healthy gulp of water off its own backside.
And she's crouched like a coiled spring. Just look at that. But check the cubs. I mean, the cubs are really beginning to learn when it's time to get your head down, because they're 9 months old. They're still about 6 to 9 months from independence. They've got a lot to learn, but already they're watching Mum. Mum puts her head down, they put their heads down. Uh-oh, there's a mother with a baby. It's a little fawn. Now, where's Kike? Here comes Kike's coming. She must have seen it. Oh, crikey. Okay, look, she's really going. The baby's got isolated. It's got isolated. And Kike's got it. You know, I'm sure a lot of people find this disturbing because it does appear brutal, but it is vital for these young cubs to learn how to kill their prey. At the moment, they've got Kiki there as a backup. You can see she's just following them around as they chase it. She keeps repositioning. And she's making absolutely sure that nothing else, nothing nasty like a lion or a hyena, is coming over the horizon whilst the cubs are occupied. If those cats are to survive, this has to happen. As hard as it is to watch.
But how is a new skill learned? That was a question which began to fascinate Thorndyke. To answer it, he built some ingenious puzzle boxes from which cats could only escape by operating latches.
And in you go.
The cat appears to be very clever in engineering its escape, solving the problem with a deftly placed paw and a push of its nose. But Thorndyke didn't believe that an animal, even a clever cat, understands the consequences of its behavior. When he placed a cat in the puzzle box for the first time, Thorndyke was unable to see any evidence of flashes of insight. The successful actions appeared first by chance. He proved that the apparent cleverness arose by trial and error, and used graphs to measure the rate of learning. A well-practiced cat quickly recalls the actions that help it escape to its reward of food.
At the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology in Leipzig, Germany, psychologist Joseph Cole places a peanut inside a clear tube. How can the chimpanzee get the snack? She's never seen this puzzle before.
For 10 minutes, there is no solution in sight. And all of a sudden, boom, they solve it. They have to understand that they can use the water as a tool. This is interesting because the water itself, it doesn't have any shape.
Using water as a tool seems like something we would do on a good day.
The horned lizard. Its known aliases include the horned frog and the horny toad, but it's no amphibian, just a one-reptile wrecking crew with a bizarre self-defense strategy. We'll get to that in a second. It eats mostly harvester ants, but it doesn't have any fancy hunting methods. When a foraging column of ants crosses its path, it laps them up. The ants try to fight back, but their mandibles are of little use against the lizard's scales, no matter how hard they try. But a coyote is a different story. And that's when the lizard rolls out its weird defense. It fires its own version of pepper spray. Thin blood vessels around the eyes rupture under pressure and squirt blood out at the attacker. In addition to the ick factor, the blood contains canine repellent chemicals. Disgusted and weirded out, the coyote flees, leaving the lizard to wait for more ants.
Whales communicate by using sound that can travel long distances underwater. The sounds they produce can be heard hundreds of kilometres away. Whales can also communicate in other ways. The noise that is created when water spouts from a whale's blowhole, or the noise from a whale's flipper or tail slapping on the water, might be a signal to warn other whales that it is upset. Humpback whales are the only whales known to communicate by singing. They sing low, complicated songs with repeated patterns, which can last from a few minutes to more than half an hour, with some singing for up to 22 hours at a time. Humpback whales sing most during the mating season. These songs are mostly sung by male whales on breeding grounds to communicate their species and location to female whales.
Hoor ik het goed? Zullen we er weer eentje? Show best in lange Frans en het klinkt nog steeds gezellig.
Jij kwam in mijn leven.
Wauw.
Ik zag jou daar staan.
Ik zag je staan.
Jij lekker ding.
Lekker ding.
Ik wil jou alles geven.
Ik heb niet veel.
Ik laat je nooit meer gaan.
Maar laat je nooit meer gaan.
Jij lekker ding.
Ik heb zitten checken, je bent een lek. Ik marineer over de vraag hoe je smaakt bij een snack. Ik ben met de stel gek, maar ik kan ze links laten liggen als ik jou kan ontdekken.
Waar kom jij vandaan, mijn liefste? Hoe wist jij dat je me nodig had? Want je bent de liefde van mijn leven. Hoe wist jij dat ik jou mijn hart zal geven? Want oh, ja toch voelde ik me eenzaam. Maar nu lig jij hier dicht bij mij. De waarde, dat ben jij. Jij kwam in mijn leven.
Wauw.
Ik zag jou daar staan.
Hallo.
Jij lekker ding.
Lekker ding.
Ik wil jou alles geven. Ik laat je nooit meer gaan.
Nee, nooit.
Jij lekker ding.
Godsalle mag eens wel een topper. Je kwam wel even binnen zonder kloppen. Niet te stoppen vol gas uit mijn dode hoek. En deze ijskoude pooier ontdooide goed. Je deed water bij de wijn, boter bij de vis. En weet je wat het mooiste van alles is? Dat ik me niet vergis. Het moment dat ik beslis, dan kan ik bijna niet geloven dat je hier nu naast me ligt.
Waar kom jij vandaan, mijn liefste? Hoe wist jij dat je me nodig had? Want je bent de liefde van mijn leven. Hoe wist jij dat ik jou mijn hart zal geven? Want ooit, ja toen voelde ik me eenzaam. En nu lig jij hier dicht bij mij. De waarde, dat ben jij. Jij kwam in mijn leven.
Wauw.
Ik zag jou daar staan.
Ik zag je staan.
Jij lekker ding.
Lekker ding.
Ik wil jou alles geven.
Alles.
Ik laat je nooit meer gaan.
Laat je nooit meer gaan.
Jij lekker ding.
Ik zou je alles willen geven wat ik heb. Maar hij zingt en ik rap. We beleggen ons brood en we verdienen respect. Maar voor een gouden paplepel is het niet het adres. Gelukkig ga je uit voor de man en zijn plan. En daarom zijn we mooi in balans. Hemel en aarde, bellen en het beest. Het allerleukste stel van elk feest. Hou mijn hand vast, we laat me nooit meer los. Ik zal er voor je zijn en ik maak je trots. Je mag lachen, je mag huilen, kan je warm in de nacht. Maar jij en ik, en dat niemand ooit verwacht.
Want ik lag vaak over jou te dromen. Had nooit gedacht dat jij bij mij zou komen. Want ooit, ja toen voelde ik me eenzaam. Maar nu lig jij hier dicht bij mij. De waarde, dat ben jij. Jij kwam in mijn leven.
Wauw.
Ik zag jou daar staan.
Ik zag je staan.
Jij lekker ding.
Lekker ding.
Ik wil jou alles geven.
Ik heb niet veel.
Ik laat je nooit meer gaan.
Maar dan laat je nooit meer gaan.
Jij lekker ding. Kus me liefste. Zo heerlijk.